Here's exactly how I'm going to play the World Liberty DeFi launch. Now, first, I need to make sure you guys understand we're not talking about Trump token. Trump was the meme that ran to about a $75 billion valuation. It was nothing other than a useless meme coin. What we're talking about is the brand new World Liberty financial project that is backed by Donald Trump. Now, this is essentially the Trump's family play at building their own entire financial banking system. After Trump's presidency in 2016, they were pretty much debanked on every front. So when is a good time, if any time, to buy World Liberty DeFi, which peaked at like 40 or 50 cents and is now down to 24 cents? The alpha might be from this article about a week ago. What obviously looks like a very negative article, Trump's $1.5 billion crypto partner, WLFI Sigma, reportedly faces SEC probe. Bottom line, I don't care. Trump sued over and over and over and over again, chat, and like how many times have you seen him win? Literally almost every single time. What I care about is the fact that WLFI Sigma raised $1.5 billion to acquire about 7.5% of the WorldFi tokens. A NASDAQ listed firm. I'm going to say that twice. Bought 7.5% of the supply at $1.5 billion. So let's do a quick little math. Buying 7.5% of the supply with $1.5 billion would equate a $20 billion valuation. This would imply that WorldFi had a $20 billion valuation, which again is the market cap divided by the FDV, depending on whether supply is circulating or total, with a total circulating supply of 100 billion tokens. That's how many tokens World Liberty DeFi has. That would put them at buying their tokens at 20 cents per token. Now, we haven't came back down to that price level yet, but that tells us now that there's probably going to be decent support around that range. This was a private deal. And why does that matter? Well, this setup transforms WLFI Sigma from a fintech infrastructure company into a politically affiliated crypto treasury firm. It's effectively acting as a proxy for WorldFi's values, similar to the structure of MicroStrategy's approach with Bitcoin. Now, obviously, this is leading to analysts and critics having major concerns, as they're now sitting on a $750 million treasury. You can assume it's very likely they're going to want to avoid any paper losses of having the price drop below 20 cents. In my opinion, this is probably a pretty decent play. Whether you're buying spot here at 25 cents, how I'm going to play this is if I see a drop, a nice liquidation sweep, down to 20 cents or below, that is where I'm going to be looking for low leverage long positions and adjusting with probably 5%, 10% stop losses. Trump hasn't even tweeted about this, and we can almost imagine that he's going to tweet about this sometime in the future. You also have Justin Sun here sitting at about $1 billion worth, saying he's not going to sell any of his anytime soon. And since this isn't Trump, which means it wasn't launched on Solana, it was launched on Ethereum, BNB, Tron, and I forgot the other ecosystem. This thing has the largest providers of liquidity that control this market, mind you, backing this play. Now, before I continue, let me know in the comments right now if you would buy World Liberty DeFi. And if so, what is the price point you're looking for? Help everybody watching this video that has FOMO or a fear of missing out. Help them by letting you guys know your price predictions or your entry points in the description below. Because some stuff you should be watching out for is on-chain data, which shows that insiders are, of course, dumping millions of WorldFi tokens. Is this just another pump and dump, or is this actually a legitimate utility project? I mean, some users believe World Liberty DeFi is actually going to just rug. Now, mind you, this is now the 24th largest cryptocurrency. Bubble Maps, which tracks insiders, shows that the team has 33%, the treasury has 20%, the public sell has 20%, WorldFi Inc. has 10%, and WLFI Sigma has that 7.78%. And their warning is be careful of the vesting and cliff, as the lock supply hasn't even decided yet by the WorldFi team on when they're going to be able to take this. It's going to be community votes. Is that a red flag? Let me know in the comments. Most Twitter KOLs say that it's going to just end up like Trump token. And I mean, literally every post on X is pretty much just bearish conversation on what is going to happen with World Liberty DeFi token. I mean, to be real though, why are we putting his youngest son on here? So to sum up right now, it's pretty much a sit and wait game. Ethereum and Bitcoin look a little weakly on a multi-day time frame. I am expecting to see Bitcoin push back towards 120K probably by the end of September. Everyone's been bearish on September, but if you look at the liquidation heat map, if we eat these lower ranges, On the weekly time frame, once you zoom out to the monthly, you'll notice there's not much liquidity left. Most of it is opening up towards $120,000. However, you have analysts like Benjamin Cowan that believe Ethereum is about to pull back to $3,300 or the 21-week moving average. And if that happens, it's very likely these altcoins and World Liberty DeFi are going to see lower lows. So like I said, personally, right now, how I would play this is I would simply wait for a pullback to about 20 cents. I'm looking at probably 3-4x leverages, put a 5%, 10% stop loss on it. If you get stopped out, you get stopped out. That's the only way to play this. If you're looking at dollar cost averaging, I'm not necessarily confident in the long-term price action of this product yet because there's not enough data to understand where this price is going to find support. I want to watch it find support. So really you can only on the daily time frame intraday trade this, maybe take some scalp positions and look to swing it. Other than that, you're risking a lot of factors. One, the early insiders. Two, the vesting unlocks. There's a lot of uncertainty around that. And I'm not going to sit here though and FUD World Liberty DeFi. I think a lot of people just want to FUD World Liberty DeFi because they hate Trump. It's that simple. I'm going to be real right now, guys. Trump keeps winning. This dude keeps winning. Like, we're seeing deregulation. The tariff conversations are working. The guy's probably going to win a Nobel Peace Prize. So I think a lot of the hate on X is probably just recirculating political bias and thoughts over what happened with Trump coin. I'm not a fan of Trump's meme coin. I think Trump's meme coin is ridiculous. Trump's meme coin was positive, though, in certain remarks. Like, we're moving on from this, guys. The meme coin launched. Move on. You can't reshape that. That happened, right? They're deregulating. They're de-risking. There's positives to that. So moving forward here, looking at World Liberty DeFi, is it my favorite ecosystem play? No, not by any means. But can it see a 2, 3, 4x this cycle? Look, the President of the United States endorses this project. His sons endorse this project. He is deregulating every single sector, and he raised now almost, I think, like $10 trillion for the United States economy. You don't think he can land partnerships for this? I think this is a very connected product. Is it worth top 10? I don't think so. But we'll see as the time continues on. And I think fading World Liberty DeFi just because you have a political bias, and you guys know I do as well. Like, I'm trying to look at this from a moderate perspective. Like, it's all hate from World Liberty DeFi right now on X. And that's okay. But looking at it from the positive side, the capitalistic perspective here, this is something that keeps winning. This is somebody keeps raising money, trillions of dollars for the United States economy. That is not disputable. I don't think this is a token that's going to go to zero. They can't let it go to zero right now. So again, I think, let me know in the comments what you guys are doing with World Liberty DeFi. I just wanted to share my thoughts on this. This is how I'm playing this currently. I haven't added anything to the spot bag. I'm already highly exposed by buying Chainlink at $5. Shout out to Discover Crypto, guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and follow. We've been calling Chainlink since like $5, $7, $11, massively nonstop. We're in the tokenization sector. We're ready for whatever happens next in this market. But right now, be cautious. ICO day is always sketchy. Let it breathe. Let it find support. And until then, just try to take advantage of those scalp trades. Come join the Discord, by the way, if you want to follow along.